Sparkles of Light. It's Cherry Enchantress, and I have this burning question. So I'm gonna take it to the altar, the energy oracle, and to you. Assist me with your energy to help provide these answers that I'm seeking, and I think a lot of the collective is seeking. So the general question is this. Is this an ego block because of fear, or is it a spiritual intervention and protection? So a lot of times we'll keep ourselves from doing something because maybe there's a reasons, like our higher self, our future self, our spirit team is protecting us. The saying, rejection is protection. And so we start to think that maybe that's the case. But what if it's an excuse to allow our ego to stay in fear of pursuing something because it's safer? So that's a tricky line right there. And I want to help us figure out what is going on here. So you can use this to any part of your life, your career, school, love life. So the question is, what is the reason for this block? And specifically, those are some of the choices, but it could be other choices as well. But I want to focus on ego versus the spiritual guidance. I want to see if that shows up. Okay, so I'm going to use the energy oracle, and I'm going to shuffle right in front of you and make 3 piles, so you can still be a pick a card. Oh yeah, before I do, I'm going to light some sage, all live here now. I'm lighting it away from the camera because I've burnt my camera before, my phone before. So I need to do this away from view, but you'll see it once I get it lit. I'm gonna try to get it lit. I like it when it has a little flame to it. Yeah, see, like that. And then I shake it, and we're good. Now we've got some good protection on the scene at my altar to ask the question, what is the reason for this block? Is this like a spiritual intervention, or is this just me being a scaredy cat? Okay. Or you being a scaredy cat, whoever you are. This is for you. This is for us, collective. I'm part of the collective too, just so you know. And that's another thing. It's like, I'm not preaching to you. I am channeling for you. Okay? So let's see. We'll make 3 piles. I'm thinking, should I let them fly? Or, yeah, I'll let them fly. Okay, what are our piles? I might just do a little bit of a pre-approval before, but I think I need to go. Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, but I'm gonna let it be a surprise. Okay. I'm gonna put this one back in. It's not a bad one, but it's oh, and that reminds me, I was gonna actually use the Wild Wisdom of the Oracle as well. So, because there's cards in that one that I like. Ooh. Oh, okay. So these are 3. I'm going to put them on top like this. And give that one more. Okay, and that one came out. Okay. So that's your energy oracle pile. But I'm going to go get the Wild Wisdom of the Wild Wisdom, or what is it? This is not wild. The wild one, that's the fairies. This is just wisdom. Wisdom of the Oracle. This is a very OG deck. It's Colette Baron Reed, and it's one of those mainstays that most of us have, I need to get a couple of more. These are my 2 mainstay oracles. I need to feel like confident in it. I love all my fairy ones though, just saying. Okay, so back to the question. What is the reason for this block? In my love life, in my career, in my financial sector, in my health, and wherever you're looking. And it's like, is this a spiritual intervention, or is this my fears just coming up for, is this like an ego fear running away protection kind of thing? Interesting. Okay. One more. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go with these 3 piles as they are, and then we're going to add tarot to them. So you have 3 piles to choose from. It looks very clashing against the pumpkins. Ooh, this red and blue against the orange and the purple. But whatever. It's there for you. So we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Release it through your mouth. Let's do it again, and this time close your eyes. Take a deep breath through your nose. Close your eyes. Release your breath. Open your eyes and let them drift to the pile that's calling you. You can choose this way. You can choose by number. You can choose by timestamp. And any other method. You can do like a random number thing, something like that. You can do the hot and the, like sometimes that works even through a screen, which is the hottest or which is the coldest. I've also heard, which helps a lot, like if you like think of the number 1 and 2 and then 3, and which looks bigger or smaller in your mind's eye. That helped me a lot when I was choosing. All right. Ooh, this one feels hot. Oh, they're all, that's cool. Okay. All right. Are you ready? Let's begin. And you chose pile number 1. I should do it like this because I think all my magic is right here. All right. So your energy oracles, ooh, women holding a heart. So this could be related to love and the garden and the gate. It's safer. This right away is saying ego. Ego is protecting your heart. Okay? And let's see what peace. Okay, peace. I feel like peace is the answer. Peace is the solution. So let's just break them down one at a time. Woman holding the heart. This could be you or somebody that you're interested in. This is dealing with family, love, or emotions. This woman is wearing a butterfly in her hair, and she's holding a big heart in her hands. And this could like be a reflection of you as a feminine, or could represent a person you're interested in. It could also represent the state of peaceful emotion and receptivity for love. It could also be a message that your family issues are going to resolve. It's also a message that you're intuitive. Let's just say you are intuitive, whether you're male, female, masculine, or feminine. There's an intuitive energy here. And so, of course, if you're a feminine, female, it's going to be very strong. But even if you're a feminine male, it'll be strong. But I think this is more specifically like if this is you, then you're female and you have a great intuition. But it can also be kind of a cross-watch type energy too. Like you're watching this and you have feelings for this woman. And maybe you're either trying to figure out her feelings or your own in the situation jointly, and why there's this block. But there is an intuitive energy here that two people are connecting and feeling a lot of similar feelings. So that right there makes me feel like the next cards I'm gonna pull are my romantic fairy cards, because that kind of shows you a little bit where you are in your love life or where you're going, at least in this pile, because this pile feels like a love pile. So you understand these emotions of life, and you're bringing awareness through your emotions to everything that you do. And I think also, like, you could be the type of woman, if you're a woman or male, you're the kind of person that pulls out these emotions in others and authenticity in others. And sometimes it makes other people afraid. And even when you do it, sometimes it makes you're afraid when you do it for yourself. You're afraid for yourself when you tap into these deep emotions for yourself. Maybe you're kind of like, what if you're like a psychologist or something, and you're always helping other people, but when it comes to yourself, you have this fear of intimacy or getting close to somebody or getting hurt, you know? It could be, I don't know why I picked up on that with somebody. It could be like, you know, you're a great friend and you help people with their stuff, but when it comes to your stuff, it's not as easy. So you put this wall up or protection. You stay on the safe side of the garden gate. For some of you, this could represent a new love interest coming your way. But the question is, what is the reason for this block? And in this case, the reason is your ego, your fear, you're wanting to be safe. And it really is very, very subtle. That's why it's hard to understand why there's a block, because you're not going, oh my God, I'm so scared. You're like, I'm living life. Everything's great. I love everything. My life is going fine. Why did this happen? You know, it's because there's this really subconscious thing that's going on that's keeping you safe in your garden gate. So this is about abundance. You know, this is prosperity. This is fine. It's like you're fine. Your world is great. You're doing wonderful, but yet you're safe. You're staying safe. It's like I went through a phase like that, you know, where I'm like, just stay home and do my thing and do work. The work was my pleasure. I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's like, but adding additional social time to my schedule has also created much more opportunities for disappointment and rejection and things like that. So this girl wants to stay home because she's happy. She's doing her work and she's happy at home, and she doesn't have to face disappointment or rejection or you know, whatever, loss, mean girls, ridicule, whatever. Yeah, so this card shows a peaceful young woman in a beautiful blossoming garden with colored flowers all around her, and the gate to the road is locked, and the girl's got the key on her neck. And you know, it means it's okay. It means great things for your money sector. So money making is good, and personal pleasures, thumbs up. But there is a security that holds you back from other things. It's a habit. Okay, so the choice to stay in the seeming security of this lovely garden may actually be motivated by habit or fear of the unknown. And there you have it, you guys. So the answer to question number one, the answer to the question pile number one is, yeah, it's super subtle, but it is your own fear, and it's your ego that keeps you protected from this thing, whatever it is. Love, finance, financial gain, financial situation, whatever it is. I feel like in your case, if you pick this pile, it's love, because the woman holding a heart is here. So while it's fine, So, you know, the beauty is enticing and worth enjoying, but you may not be giving your spirit the freedom to roam. I feel like whoever picked this pile, their true, authentic energy is freedom. It's not being stuck behind a gate and being safe and having plenty of money. It's freedom and trying things and doing fun things. Because while it's fine to amass a great deal of wealth, don't let it keep you from karmic path or from living your truth. You may have some lessons you still got to learn out there, and you can't keep putting them off. You got to face your life and live it. You have the choice to shift your focus, widen your spiritual perspective, and gain the world that is outside your gates. And so now the peace is yours to have. Once you come to peace with this answer, then it starts to make a lot more sense. But you know, it's similar to the saying, ignorance is bliss. It is. It truly is. When you don't know, nothing hurts you. But when you do know, it's so much. It's so much to bear sometimes. So I feel like some people enjoy this lifestyle because it's peaceful, because it's ignorance is bliss. They don't know what it's like to be with all these people or places or things or whatever, and that gives them peace. But also, when you meet the challenges and find your true self, that is more like the ultimate peace than any pseudo peace you can have. So peace represents freedom from attachment and radical acceptance. There you go. This is a goosebumpy moment for me because it's like freedom is this pile's name. Freedom. What you need more than anything is freedom. Okay? So enjoy it, you know, seek it out. Be true to yourself and find freedom. Go out of the garden gate and find what you truly want. The garden may be safe and luxurious, but it's not living. It's just existing in bounty. A lot of people would like that kind of lifestyle for sure, but I think you want freedom and you want to explore and see things. But eventually when you do, you will find you'll find an alignment in your relationships and harmony and soulmates in tuned with each other, and it'll be like hard to tell who's who. You'll be together with your perfect match. When you do this, your prosperity will get even bigger and better because you're able to see what you're able to do. And you'll find your power, and just being is enough. So just being, that's a tricky one because a lot of people assume success is money or status or whatever, but your true success is being enough, just being you, money or no money. You you're the value of yourself. You are your worth. By being you. That's it. That's all you have to do is be you. And so contemplate this and take this in. I wasn't intending to do a long reading, so I'm just going to do a real quick, what's up next in your love life? Oh, nice. These are real feelings. So if you're wondering about a person, they have the same feelings to you as you have to them. You share, and not only do you feel the same way, it is worth exploring. That's what it is. Like, you need to get out of the garden gate and explore. All right. And oh my gosh, because they're your twin flame. And there's more to it than just one level. It is heart, body, mind, and soul. Let's see, what else? Yep, and the love language is affirmations. Loving words hold great power. So this could be somebody who already says nice things to you, or this is you changing your dialogue to yourself, and making sure you're saying affirming things to yourself. This also gives me like getting to know you vibes, dating vibes, one-on-one times, just being sure to let each other know how you feel, and being honest and not hiding behind other things, but just being. And it could be the person that you're interested in is a very honest, open person, or maybe you are, or maybe both of you are, or maybe you're both good with words, or maybe words is the key to this situation, or maybe not. But I feel like keep everything in the affirmative. That's important. When you're manifesting, don't think about what you don't want. Think about what you do want. If you want to, you can think about what you don't want for just a second. Okay, got that clear. Now, what is it that you do want? And then just keep imagining that, attracting that, bringing that in. But it looks, so that is your answer, you guys. And I hope that helps. I feel like this person that you're thinking of, if it's a love situation, which I think it is for you, is the one that you should pursue, and don't be afraid of it. And you're only like limiting yourself because of a certain comfort level that you have, but you need to find your freedom, because that's your true self, and you'll find your true peace once you find your true self. And that's it for pile number 1. So if you like that, thumbs up, and comment below if this hit right, and please subscribe if you're new, and if you're not, thank you so much for coming back, and yeah, let me know what you thought, because this is a little different for me, just kind of out of the blue, random idea. Hope you liked it. I'm going to move on to the next pile. All right, and here is pile number 2. Now, these are interesting because they're not a story, not chapters in a story. These are individual answers to the question, what is the reason for this block? And is this like your ego, like fears stopping you from something, or is this a spiritual intervention? This is like your higher self or your spirit team stepping in to help you, keep you safe, keep you from something that you shouldn't have to deal with, or you shouldn't go through, or whatever. All right, so let's see. Let's look at the energy oracle. And we have, okay, storm warning. And appreciation. That's an interesting combination. Let's, now this is I'm needing to channel a little on this one. I'm needing to feel into the energy here. Storm warning. So I am getting natural forces at hand. I'm getting natural forces. Clouds on the horizon. Potential difficulty in the external world or within yourself and your emotional life. The difficulty is coming closer, and you may have already heard the rumblings of problems around you. So the caution is to be cautious but not fearful. Consider what's going on and look at the situation with calm and clarity. Investigate your options and honor yourself and your intentions. Stand up for yourself and take action on your own behalf. Take action on your own behalf. This does not feel like a ego fear. This sounds like, a true warning. It doesn't necessarily sound like a spiritual warning. It seems like something else. Like this, what this feels like to me is like, say for instance, you are wanting to buy a house, and it's in, let's just be very matter of fact, what if it's in Tornado Alley or whatever, like in a place that's known for flooding or known for natural disasters or whatever. And it could be that there's a literal storm or something that comes that shows you that this isn't a good place to build this house, kind of thing. Could be something like that, like a physical natural thing that happens. But then again, physical, like the physical natural world is definitely related to spirit. It's more like Mother Nature, Mama Gaia energy than a celestial type of energy, or like intuitive energy or angelic energy. It's more of like this, like an earth energy, like earth is warning you or something. So be aware of the signs that earth gives you, like the outside world. And so it's not an ego fear, it's a legitimate fear. But you still have the power and the wisdom to handle whatever comes your way. You have the wisdom and power to handle whatever comes your way, and it might be something that you're just going to see through anyway, like even with its warnings, you might see it through for whatever lesson you learn from it, right? It's not, I don't really see it as like your higher self saying, whoa, or your angel guides, spirit guides saying, whoa, stop. It's more like you're like, okay, you're like Dorothy. That's kind of what it is. Oh, I got goosebumps on that one. It's like you're Dorothy and you're in the house and flying around and you plop down, the tornado, and you plop down in the Wizard of Oz, not the Wizard of Oz, in Oz. And it's up to you whether to walk down the yellow brick road and take this journey, knowing that there's going to be witches in the way and tricks and things like that. But there's also much reward too, and great friends and a lot of good things too. So it's kind of a practical energy here. It's like, yeah, there's advice saying, hey, but it's not your ego fear at all. It's like, it's an obvious thing. It's like, yeah, life is not easy. Can be tough sometimes, and sometimes you just have to do it, just have to face it. You just have to go through it. You just have to walk the down the road, ease on down the road. It's not always easy either, is it? And so that's why I think it's interesting, because it's next to the appreciation card. Oh, I got goosebumps on this one, because the appreciation is about focusing on the roses and not the thorns. So it shows a woman holding a single rose, and she enjoys the scent and beauty of the single blossom. And behind her are bramble bushes, and she could be focusing on those, but worried that she's going to get caught up in their prickly branches of difficulty. But instead, she pauses to experience the blessing of a single flower. So this is yes or no, you decide. But life is hard. There's going to be challenges. But if you stop and smell the roses, you'll find that there's beauty and wonderful things in the world too, So up to you what you're going to do. This decision is completely yours, and it's not a yes or no. It's not an ego or a spiritual thing. I feel like if it was spiritual, it's kind of a big thumbs up, just like Spirit saying, I'm getting goosebumps on that one too, like Spirit saying, go experience life. Life has ups and downs. Go experience it. But it's all, this is the appreciation is talking about all the things that you have to be grateful for. You can see the sun breaking through the clouds, shining on her choice and on the tiny buds that are waiting to open up. And all the things that she's grateful for are the flowering bushes and the things that you still can't even see yet. And you're like already grateful for the things you can't see instead of being fearful of the things that you can't see. So whoever picked pile number 2, you got a really great attitude about life, about things. It's like, yeah, there's going to be difficult times and storm warnings, and heed those warnings when they come along. But at the same time, in all the good and bad of life, you really appreciate the good a lot. You revel in it. You suck it in, you enjoy it, and you spread it too. You're like one of those kinds of people that spreads the love. You're like the good. You're like the you're like the good witch of the north coming in once once Dorothy has landed from the tornado, and you know, I mean, she's had lots of different interpretations, right? But really, what she is a shining light, saying, you know, the choice is always yours, and you have to find it within yourself, and you'll know what to do. You'll know what to do, and even if you don't know what to do, just keep looking at signs, and whether you don't you know, make a choice, wrong or right, just make a choice, kind of thing. But also congratulate yourself because you choose appreciation, and that decision shifts your consciousness from lack to value, and it's guaranteed to bring more worth and richness of life to you. So good job. All right, so let's see what your wisdom of the oracle is. Ooh, the fates. The fates is interesting. It's like, oh my goodness. This is like out of your hands, honey. Like you, and I don't think you're afraid. You're like, bring it on, you know? It's my destiny. You're like Joan of Arc, you know? I was born for this. Come on, Storm. I got you. I got my sword. I got my, you know, like you're ready for it. Because life is an adventure, good and bad and ugly and beautiful. And this could also be like you're acknowledging that a certain kind of karma has transitioned over, but you could also, you know, decide to overcome this karma if you want to. But generally the fates represent fate and karma and acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and then you know what those are. This is very much the serenity prayer, you know, just knowing what things you can change and what you can't, having acceptance and serenity and peace, but also courage when you need it. That's kind of what life is about a lot of times. And that's what it said in the book. It says the serenity prayer sums up the meaning of this card. It says it right there. I'm like, haha, I just said that and I didn't know it was in the book. Okay, yeah, so the serenity prayer is, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that's all it is. And you will be granted the wisdom to know the difference between, is this situation something that is an ego block because of my fears, or is this a spiritual intervention and a protection for me? And I don't think so. I also think, as strange as this may seem, I don't think Spirit is trying to throw a monkey wrench in it to protect you. I think Spirit is saying, hey, look at all the bad things that can go wrong, and you still might want to try this anyway. You know what I mean? But yeah, but it's kind of like you feeling a sort of destiny energy. Like, this is my destiny. I have to do this. I have to face this. I have to keep going through with it. Even if it can be tough sometimes, I'm meant to do this. I was born for this. So you're just gonna have to accept that there's things that you don't have control over. It's just like that storm. Like, you don't have the control over the weather unless you're smoking the peace pipe and bringing rain, and even then that's kind of miraculous, you know. But you don't really have control of the weather, right? Literally, the earth. Mama Gaia she's interesting and she's very powerful, and you don't have control over her. You don't have control over Papa Sky either, or spirit world, but you do have co-creation abilities, and you do have the ability to manifest and pray and ask for what you want, and you definitely can keep doing that too. But I just feel there's a sense of, like, I don't know how many people believe in fate or destiny, but I do believe in it to a certain extent. I totally believe in co-creation and us all having our own willpower, but I feel like a lot of us have a certain birthright that, like, we were gifted with something, and something that was preordained or destined for us. And it could be a person, it could be a cause, it could be some kind of path that you weren't sure if you were strong enough to do, but it's meant for you, this path, whatever it is. So this is by spirit, though. It is spirit, but it's not spirit protecting you. It's spirit actually saying, sorry honey, but this is your fate, go for it, babe. It's like, all right, the conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity Prayer. So very interesting. Like, so I have a, I'm part of the collective, and I have this question, and in my mind, it's like, why did this happen, right? And Spirit is saying sometimes you can't know all the whys and what to really do about it, but it might have been fated for a reason, predestined, something you were meant to face, encounter, overcome, intertwine with, entangle with, for a purpose that may not be clear to you yet, but it will be someday. It will be. So don't be too, so I guess don't be scared of this anymore. Like, and let go, and you'll know what to do. The wisdom will come to you when you need it. Whew. And if this is about a relationship, other people who are who they are, and you can't change the other people. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. And so try not to do that. Try not to look in your mind at how things should be according to your rules or your belief system. It may be your desire and your belief system, and you may attract what you want, but there are some people who won't be that mold, or who will never change into what you're thinking of. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Okay? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. And you know what just came to my mind is the whole enchantress idea. Like, I often think that part of my purpose is to enlighten people. Of course, that's why I like this job, to help people and enlighten people and shine the light down the road. But I can't change people. I can only guide them to the best choices or best direction, and then the rest is up to them. And much like the enchantress in Beauty and the Beast, she gave him warnings or whatever, but he had to learn the hard way. A lot of people have to learn the hard way, and it's not up to you to teach them all the time. You can be a good example, you can be a guide, but after a while, you gotta let go and let them make their own choices. And even if you know in your heart their choices are wrong, they have to live their life, and they have to experience it, and they have to make their destiny for themselves, right? Even if it ends up not being with you, but that's where you have to let go, I guess. So that's one aspect here. If there was a block, in this case, I feel the block is a moment of reflection, really, to see how you're interacting in this situation, and how you're applying the serenity prayer in this situation, and how do you feel about your fates and your destiny and what you need to do. So I'm gonna get another deck. Okay, I could use the Romantic Fairy, but I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling more my Lenormand here. So let's see. Let's just get 3 cards. Oh, how many want to come out? Ooh, see, it's like written in the stars. This is like a starry night, lovers, engagement, hope. There is hope here. Just because there's some kind of fated thing that you don't know, that's kind of out of your hands, it's out of your control, but it's like universe has got this. So things could happen. I think the blocks come, and things come because you're trying to control it, you know, and universe says, hold on, let us do this, because this is not really a 50-50 deal this time around, because this is really important. We need more of 80-20 here. So let us do most of the work, and you just be ready for it, you know. And I think it's going to be wonderful, because it's like hope. It's what you wish for. It may be better than what you wish for. Maybe you just don't even know that your wish is somewhat limited, and Spirit's like, we got something even better for you, girl or boy. And so, yeah, you may need to stay in a kind of a relaxed moment before the awakening. There's a calm before the awakening, and before these things happen. This is a spiritual intervention. It is. Okay, I figured it out now. It's a lot, though. It's like you can do it. It's almost like a huge freedom. Do whatever you want. You're gonna get there on the yellow brick road or the red brick road, but you're gonna get there. But Spirit is trying to slow you down, or help design things in a more perfect manner. And then the cross, coexistence. Your prayers will be answered. What you've wished for will come true. It's just not going to be exactly how you pictured it and designed it. It's like you're a kind of person that really wants to have control of every single detail of this experience, and universe is saying, sorry, but the control in this case is mostly ours and less yours in this case. Where a lot of other things it's 50-50, and sometimes you got the ball all to yourself, you know. But this one is a little bit more universe control. So yeah, I think the answer to pile number 2 is kind of a spiritual intervention. Yep. Yeah, I think so. All right, now I'm going to move on. I hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. Feel free to comment. I'd love to know what you think about this, and how, what you got out of it. And also in the comment section, if you see a boost thing, please boost the video. That'd be great. And then also, become a member if you want to. Come out to my lives, and let me know what other kind of readings you would like. And I'll see you around. And here is pile number 3. All right, so the question is, what is the reason for this block? And the two main reasons that I was thinking of is this like an ego block because of fear? You know, is this just like in my mind, am I creating this for no good reason? Or is it a spiritual intervention? Is the higher forces there for you to help you not get into a situation that you're not ready for yet? Okay, so let's find out. Alrighty, so we have cornucopia. Everything is for you. And it's 11. And we have, oh, the first chakra, Archangel Michael. Okay, this does not feel like a block at all to me. So let me channel into this. Let's see. To me, this almost feels like everything is okay. What are you talking about? Why are you here? This is your wishes are fulfilled. This is an abundant harvest. Great blessings are waiting for you. All your wishes fulfilled. The gifts from the universe. Can be finances, job fulfillment, romantic love, or all of the above. You've done the important work and it's about to pay off. I don't think there's a block here. It's just, it could be a delay or it could just be moving slightly slower than you expected. It doesn't feel like a block, but I'll keep looking. The seeds you planted in your energy and in your life are ready to be harvested in some significant way. So get ready. A great feast of abundant value is being prepared for you now. And Spirit is applauding all your effort. So, are you imagining a block that's not even there? The Archangel Michael, he's about stability and security in your root chakra. And he's holding this beautiful globe of red at the first chakra. Oh, that could be a block. It could be just simple. It could be something with your body or health that just needs a little bit of flow. I honestly feel like you have a lot of good happening in your life, and there's something, okay, I'm hearing like little weird practical things can help start the flow of abundance again. Little rituals, a change in food, or a change in the way you walk, or adding Kundalini meditations or something else. But maybe there's something in the first chakra that's the block. But it's the feeling of stability and security. And this is a place where it's stored, and it reveals your energy is flowing freely regarding these issues. And if you had problems feeling secure in the past, then those challenges are being resolved. Also, if you ever feel a block, or if you ever have any worries about something, first angel to call on is Archangel Michael. He solves a lot of problems, and you can ask him to talk to other people's angels. He's super helpful and very, he just like really stands by you. He's like a best friend energy. And he's with you, you know. He brings you strength and personal stability. And he helps you take action when you need to and move forward when you need to. And helps you with your faith too. And your own personal power and your security now and always. So let's keep looking. What is the block? Is it in this case, it might be a fear, because it doesn't seem to be an external thing. Doesn't seem like externally anything's going wrong. So let's see what your wisdom of the oracle is. Co-create. And I was just thinking about this card in the second pile. You know, you can watch the other piles if you want to. Maybe this is not necessarily to answer the question. Maybe this one is about Maybe this is about kind of a wrap up. Maybe this is about balancing between you and spirit. You know, how much do you need to do and how much do you need to let go and let God, you know? That could be all that's here, you know, like a balancing thing. Like, that could be it. Instead of like, I don't feel like you actually have fears per se. I mean, everybody has fears, but that you're not really, that's it. You're not really like way in your head in this, you know, you're not like, oh, you know, I'm not with this person because I'm pushing them away because I'm afraid of them. It's not like that. It's more like a little bit of the, you know, acceptance kind of thing, and a little bit of the co-creating energy, like, well, I accept spirit knows best in this situation, and sometimes you want to follow through what you want. Interesting. It feels a little bit like pile 2, but co-create is about creativity and art and inspiration and fruition and manifestation. And it's like consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You're really working hard with them. And they're nudging you with inspired thoughts and intuitive guidance. And you have the paintbrush that co-creates this beautiful expression of yourself. And you're about to create a miracle. And when you view life as art, you know you co-create it, because only beauty and grace result. So be prepared to be amazed. Okay, so this is just a perfect reading. It's like nothing really to worry about here. Nothing to worry, nothing to see, nothing to worry about. If you're worried about like a relationship, connections of the heart inspire you, actually, opening you up to new ideas you would never have come to on your own. You were looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Your love is a unique work of art, and you are beauty, and that's how somebody is actually looking at you. There's no block here, unless it's just, I feel like this could be a slow day, or, you know, when you stumble upon it, it could be a day where you're like, you're feeling like maybe you need a veil lifted, you need to see something that you can't see, but that's about it, because I really feel like your abundance is right here before you. If this is prosperity or any other area of your life, you know, you're about to get inspiration and really get into your creativity and make your dreams come true and channel source to help you with it, you know? Like, let's just say you're having writer's block, okay? It's a temporary thing, and before you know it, your ideas are just going to flood in. I think that's what this is. It's kind of it's not one of those heavy blocks that you created or something created to protect you. This is one of those little minor blocks, like having this is what I see. It's like having writer's block, where you're like stumped and you're like, I just can't write anything. I don't know what words to say. Or you're drawing something, I was like, and you just keep throwing away the paper, like, I just can't get this right. Usually when those things happen, it's sort of spirit's kind of nudging you to take a break and to look at other things for a little while. Like, go watch a movie, go play outside, you know, walk outside, go divert yourself. So it's kind of like the answer to this one is mostly like, it's time for a little diversion until you can come back to this, because it's not about anything stopping you. There's no block here stopping you from anything. But there is sometimes where you have writer's block, which is a kind of block. It is a block. It's just it's not really a block. It's just more like there's a flow. It's like a dam. You know, it's like the flow is not. I mean, maybe all you need is some ritual work, like stand under a shower or a waterfall, or do, you know, like that Kundalini healing, chakra balancing. It's like it's just something like that. Just there's feeling of flowing that needs to, like when something is stuck. I know. I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of all kinds of things that we don't want to talk about out loud. But, you know, any area of your life, health issues or whatever it is. And it's not major. It's a very minor thing. I'm not saying you're having any kind of issues. In fact, you're having tons of abundance. Things are going to flow smoothly and freely. It's just like a momentary thing. It's like a this too shall pass. It's like a one day it's like this, then the next day everything happens again for you. It's like a Mercury retrograde or an eclipse or a full moon or something like that. It's just like a momentary thing that creates a little wobble, but it's not a massive, oh, thou shalt not pass until you answer all these trials and questions and get, you know, it's not like a huge test. It's not. The other two piles are really different, let me just tell you. And this one is a lot of abundance, naturally, easily, without any difficulty. It's kind of the way you live your life. You live with abundance. You live with flow and ease. And maybe you just saw this and you're like, oh yeah, what is that block? And it's just like writer's block, and it's temporary. But let's go ahead and get some tarot and look into it a little bit more. Well, each pile I used a different deck. First pile, well, I'm not going to give it away, but first pile was one type. The second pile was a different type. And this pile, we're going to use the Kipper. Fin de Siécle Kipper instead. The Kipper and the Lenormand are very kind of like mundane, like everyday energy. And I feel like this will help with sort of like an everyday thing that might get in your way. Let's see. Oh, marriage. Interesting. So is your thought is like, what's stopping me from getting married or finding the one? Finding my future husband? There's no block to this, by the way. There is no block. Well, let's keep looking. Maybe because your future life partner is not your future spouse at all. They're just a life partner. It could be that you're too fixated on a specific place or time or something. Let's see. We got distant horizons or location. Long distance could be the block. Which is not really a block. It's not like, I don't think the universe put the distance on purpose. Maybe it's part of your journey. I feel like message of concern. I think this, for some of you out there, not everybody. I think a lot of the answers, a lot of people's question can be answered in the first set of cards, like you know, just to give yourself a little diversion, and when you get back to it, then things will flow again, because there's not really a block. But for others of you who maybe are questioning your relationship status, you could, and wondering, is there a block to me getting married? There could be something about the distance and the having to communicate at a distance. Having to communicate at a distance. Let me channel into this. These are really good cards. I mean, marriage is very positive. It's about happy endings and lovers and relationships and partnerships and joint ventures and intimate friendships and joining of forces, and it's like all good energy. It can represent getting married, you know? And something about spring, so it could just be a matter of time that, you know, like just growing impatient with the timing. But in the distant horizons represents, is a very beautiful positive card too. It's like this dreamlike ship with rainbow sails, and it represents yearnings and dreams and hopes and wishes and sailing to a new shore. You know what your block could be? The fear of happiness. You know, the fear of being happy. People have that block, believe me. It's like if something is too good to be true, then suddenly you can't have it for some reason. Suddenly you're like, oh no, red flag. I don't see the red flag here except this, just a tiny bit, a message of concern. That could be the little doubt in your head. Just a tiny little bit of concern is the only block you have here. But really all the signs point to this is wonderful, great, yes, happiness abounds, happiness galore. Also, this can have to do with new places too. Could be fear of like having to go to a new place, greater distances. It could be the person that you like is from a distance. It is also like you developing new ideas too, new views, being more spiritual or philosophical. Maybe you're just a kind of, you know, more of a basic person, and it's hard to open your mind to other possibilities. And sometimes the other possibilities sounds a little bit concerning, not outright scary, but like, can I do this? So definitely the two together is like a dream come true kind of thing. You're going to be married to your dream come true, or you already are married. Like some of you watching are already married, or you're already with your like life partner, and this is a dream come true, or you're about to be with that dream come true. Your hopes will come true, and you will travel together, and you'll go to places where you've been wanting to go, and everything that you wish for can come true and can come true. I just feel like if there is a block here, which doesn't feel like it feels like nothing is in the way. Nothing seems to be in the way except this, maybe. So again, this could be writer's block. It could be writer's block. She could be reading a piece of paper that she wrote and saying, oh, this sounds terrible. I got to start all over again. I mean, this is also kind of like reconsidering your wishes and goals. Okay, guys. So this does answer the question. The question is this an ego block? Yes, it's your ego blocking you. It's not a very normal fear. It's not a fear that makes any sense to most people, but it is a little bit of fear of happiness, having the happily ever after, having everything come true your way, you know, just the way you imagined it, and thinking, oh no, that's not what I want. That's everything. This is my wish come true, but that's not what I want. You're messing with your head by being concerned, you know, like, is this you might like, it might help if you do journal, if you do start writing things down. This is about reconsidering your wishes and goals, though. And it's like disillusions. Okay, so I can see where you're having trouble here, because this feels like an inconvenient truth. But it's like it's okay. I feel like I need to clarify this clarifier. Okay. All right. What shall we do? I'm gonna get tarot. The Golden Arch Nouveau. Here we go. So you know how if it was a swords and mental things, sometimes the mind plays tricks on you. And sometimes you can feel perfectly happy with your goals and your dreams and your beliefs, and suddenly you go into a doubt, and you play tricks with your mind. But that little niggle or whatever it is could make you can believe in it as if it was the true and the rest of it was a lie. And that's happening a lot in society. So I can see why that. So let's see what is true and what is not about your beliefs, with what you're thinking. Because this feels like a definite mind thing that's happening with you. You're doing so good. It's also kind of this feeling of any slight little thing goes wrong, you're going to throw it all away. It's like that, like having such a huge reaction to a little tiny spot or something like that. It's like, oh, this abundance, and then, oh, no, that's not for me because of this one little tiny thing or whatever. Sometimes that happens. Oh, the lovers are here. It's not an illusion, lovers. It is lovers or a choice, but I always like to see the lovers as the lovers. The Page of Cups, this is a love offer. And they're turning around in full force back to you. And you are the High Priestess, or they're the High Priestess. And this is like dealing with the unknown, but being secure in yourself. And your person could be the King of Pentacles. Is that the King? Oh, no, that's the Four. See, and the Four is like this kind of feeling like protecting or keeping your belongings safe. But it's material, so... Okay, let's break it down. Okay, so interestingly enough, this is so cool. So this card, and I don't always like, well, I do. I always look at the text because I look at the image. The image gives me a message that I channel and messages from spirit, and I also look at the text. The text in Message of Concern was a fear of illusion, fear that she's buying into something, an illusion of something. And the Lover's card is the woman is offering the fruit of that dispels illusion, okay? So after eating this fruit, you're going to be very clear-minded what the truth of the matter is, and what are you afraid of it, or are you being protected from it. And so choosing to eat opens up the garden gates and lets in the real world. And that's the choice in this particular Lover's card, which is really cool. And between mere infatuation and true love, but I think in this case the idea is between your ideal situation, and if that's the truth or is an illusion. Are you playing mind games? Is this a true possibility? Is this your true hope that you can stay hopeful for? Or is this you fooling yourself? And I feel like, no, it's not you fooling yourself. I feel like the answer is this. This person likes you and you like them, and you can build stability, but there's kind of like a safety, like a saving for a rainy day kind of energy here. Okay. So this Knight is the Knight of Swords, representing air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and not necessarily, but this kind of truth-seeking energy, this bold, go for it, cuts through, bull, gets to the heart of the matter. It's the action energy. It's like, I am going to go straight for, it's like almost like a Cupid's arrow. It's like straight for their heart kind of energy. And the High Priestess is secret knowledge. She knows a lot, you know, and she doesn't share what she knows, but unless you need her to, unless you need her help. And there's ancient mysteries here that are contained with the things that she carries with her, like her scroll. It's a lot of dualities here, and there's wisdom. The wisdom lies between the extremities, the light and the dark, the light and the dark. So the light is all these hopes and dreams, and the dark is the doubts, but the truth lies in between the two things. So it's not either or. So when you go into your ego mind, yeah, sometimes your fears are the block. So instead of letting the fears be your block, you have to see both sides of everything. Be kind of more like Libra, yeah, or like Justice, you know, and see the multiple possibilities here, and they can all exist at the same time. It's like, it doesn't have to be either or, it can be both, you know. But I do feel a love energy. A love energy is present, and it's gentle and shy, and it's kind of a go for it. It's a gentle, shy go for it, you know. You can do this. It's going to be okay. It starts off with one little step in the right direction, one little offering, one little show of what am I trying to say? Show of intention, right? This is also a message coming through. So there's action and messages coming through in this situation that you might be thinking about, whatever it is. This is a very sensitive energy, though. There's a lot of sensitive hearts here. And the person that's stuck in this sort of what's going on energy, like, is this ego or spirit, could be, you know, coming from their heart and a little bit worried that they lead too much with their heart. The person that they're connecting with could also be a person that leads with their heart as well. So, but this is about learning how to trust. But there is a potential for spiritual growth and getting deeper. You know, in the meantime, it's kind of this keep to yourself, you know, and keep your money close to you, and be safe and save, and this is like not having room for people in my heart, like this fear of bringing room in his heart, and focusing on money is safe. But I feel like that's a lesson that you can't change for yourself. I mean, you can change for yourself, but not for another person. So you know, if this represents you, then think about, I feel like your answer could be in pile 1, but think about the balance between experiencing amazing life and really getting out there and living life to the fullest, or just having creature comforts and the material possessions and the coziness of that. And you decide what you find most important. I really recommend you go to pile 1 to kind of search through that. I feel like this pile has a lot of different people in it, but for one of you that are watching, I recommend going to pile 1 for the answer. And I feel like most of you are doing fine. You have like the abundance you need, and the block is kind of like a minor thing that you don't need to really be overly concerned about. I think if the block is not your ego and it's not spirit, it's just some kind of, it's kind of like some kind of bureaucracy type thing. That's what I'm sort of seeing. Like sometimes it's bureaucracy, it's like an outside of your hands, but in the matrix world, you know. For some people, the block is outside your hands and it's in nature, in Mama Gaia. But in this case, I think it's just like a timing matter or something like that. That's only temporary. I think it'll be like work itself out really easily. Otherwise, just you know, continue to co-create and you know, visualize and dream. Don't lose sight of your hopes and dreams just because they may sometimes sound ridiculous in your own mind, and sometimes you might get negative feedback from other people that cause doubts. You know, I was in a situation where it was like long distance, and I had like that negative, somebody saying something to me like, oh, you know, you should drop them because long distance relationships don't work or whatever. And that can be a seed that plants in your head that messes with you. You know, even if your truth was saying something different, somebody else's truth can mess with your choices. So be aware of that. You know, like I think that's going to come through. You know, don't let other people manipulate you, or don't let them be sort of the snake that's in the Garden of Eden. You know, like just you go with your own intuition. You know, and eat that apple, that fruit that opens up the truth of the matter, or you know, or quest it, like really look for the truth of the matter or dig deep into the spiritual things and look for the truth of the matter. I would say like staying in this energy though creates this again, creates fears and doubts and stuff, like holding on too tightly to material things. This one is a lot like this card right here. This trappings, the too much focus on visible trappings, material attachment, and how you look on the outside, and your belongings, and this and that and the other thing. And you know, society can create this for us, and it gets into our heads, this whole visible, what do I look like, how am I, you know, this projection of who you are, your success or lack of it, or your beauty or lack of it, or whatever. This can really create issues for you. So that's something I think needs to be released. Let me see, while I'm here, what's next on love for you? Okay, so friendship. A best friend is growing and leveling up. So friendship is vital to your romance, and feelings deepen and blossom. So see, something that starts small with a little cup turns into something bigger. So no, but nothing to fear here really. And the block, yeah, I think would be slightly in your mind. I don't think this is a spiritual intervention at all, honestly. I think it's just a little bit in your head, but it's nothing too serious. Okay, all right, thumbs up if you like that, and feel free to comment below. And yeah, this was exciting. This is so different, and it helped me a lot. I hope it helped you. Please let me know. Boost the video if you can, like you, instead of comment and then slide the comment thing over and then push the boost button. or become a member, or whatever, however you want to help out would be lovely. But if you just want to watch a video, great, and share it with your friends or not, that's also great. Just you being here means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Until next we meet, faith, trust, and pixie dust.